Hey everybody, welcome back to another day, day 8, and that concludes 1 week of sticking to it. So, today's episode is on gun control, and gun control I know is a touchy subject for a lot of people, but I'm going to try not to tiptoe around anything too much because I want to get the facts in there. And I just want to let you know that I got all my facts from justfacts.com/gun control. And I have the link here somewhere on the bottom of the screen. Well, first up, gun control is a touchy subject because sometimes when you talk to someone about it, they have been impacted themselves in some way directly by either having an uncle who, committed suicide with a gun, or something pretty serious happened with a gun in their lives that ended up pushing them into a certain direction in their opinion. Well, here's a couple statistics just to clear up any confusion on the subject. Gun-related fatalities account for about 2% of fatal accidents. When gun laws are in place, gun control laws like right to carry laws, the firearm and handgun homicide rates dramatically decrease. You can look at Florida statistics, for instance, which showed huge decreases in homicide rates, while the rest of the country was actually rising in homicide rates in firearm and handgun homicides. Also, another thing that a lot of people are confused about is people getting a hold of guns. People who are going to get a hold of guns illegally are going to get a hold of guns illegally. But as far as permit-wielding gun owners are actually very good about upholding the law and sticking to gun safety. In fact, there were no recorded officers who were shot by a permit-holding citizen. In fact, and I know I just said in fact again, but in fact, permit holders have been known on numerous occasions to defend an officer's life. So gun control, when properly initiated, actually works out very well. In my personal opinion, I've talked to some friends about it, and when I was at the gun range, I talked to a couple people about it too, and one of the concerns is gun control laws putting gun businesses out of business. For instance, there's a technology now that only allows your gun to fire if that specific holder holds the weapon. There are certain chips that are implemented into the gun that force it to not be able to be fired, and all kinds of different gun safety technologies that can go into the gun. The problem with that is, though, that they're expensive, and that forcing the gun companies to use these technologies are actually running them out of business, which in these tough economic times is difficult to deal with regardless. My suggestion to any gun owner who is thinking about getting a gun or a handgun or a rifle or anything that they want to have either for protection in the house or just to take out and shoot for fun at the range. Get a gun lock. Take a gun safety class. Make sure that you, no matter what state you live in, because there are 31 states that currently have the right to carry laws. Make sure that you know just how dangerous that those objects can be. Because you always hear, well, if the person was going to kill them, they wouldn't need a gun, they'd find a way, right? Well, guns make it a lot easier, and sometimes unintentional things happen. So please be safe and get a lock. I've got a question from a Mr. Craig in Simi Valley, California, and his question was, what's the most interesting thing I can do with my feet? I can pinch people with my toes, and I think it runs in the family. I had an abuelita that would grab me with her toes, and it was very painful, and we were all scared of her feet. And my grandma, Marianne, she's got some monster toes, but she has diabetes, so I don't want to know what her feet look like right now, but she can probably still pinch a great deal of force with those diabetic toes. Alright, well, that's all the time that we have for today. Hopefully you have been enlightened. I will talk to you later. Have a pleasant tomorrow.